Hi everyone, so I just wanted to make a very short video today to talk about tracking your intake, counting calories, counting macros, especially right now while we're all at home. And I know a lot of people are talking about the quarantine 15. So this is a way to avoid that and also to create a new healthy habit moving forward. So personally, I count my calories every day. Especially if I'm trying to lose weight or if I'm trying to maintain where I'm at. So I guess that would be pretty much all the time. I didn't count when I was pregnant, so we'll just say that. But counting your calories is really easy. I use an app called Myfitnesspal, and you're able to input like absolutely anything. You can scan barcodes, or if it's a food from a restaurant, like a mainstream restaurant, a lot of times it's just going to be in there already. You know, you can McDonald's this, or you know, Buffalo Wild Wings, and this is how many wings I had. So it's very simple, accurate, pretty accurate, I think, and just very user friendly. So you can also weigh your food, which I personally do weigh my food. Sometimes to make things easier on myself, I actually buy prepackaged food so that I know like this is one serving if I'm not as able to use a food scale throughout the day and things like that. So it's very simple. The app is free, and obviously if you buy a food scale, it's going to cost money, but it's just a really good way to get a baseline for how much am I eating, and then to be able to stay consistent and also become accountable and see what am I eating and how can I, you know, make some changes to do better, to add healthier foods in. I know that when I have a calorie goal, right now mine's 1,775 calories. Before that it was as high as 1,975, and I was maintaining my weight. But when I have a goal, I will eat some things that aren't as healthy, but it gives me that accountability factor of, you know, oh, I ate some candy, logged it in. Okay, now I know I still have 7 more hours before I go to sleep, and I need to be a little bit careful about what I eat the rest of the day so that I hit my calorie goal. So this isn't about being obsessive. You don't have to do it every single day, but it is about accountability, getting a baseline, understanding what you're eating. It will teach you about nutrition just by using the app and understanding the different amounts of carbohydrates, fats, and protein that are in different foods. So it's very helpful. Just to talk a little bit about before this app, back when I had started competing in the fitness industry, I don't know if Myfitnesspal, I don't think it existed yet. I used Calorie King, but I had to calculate everything by hand. So you don't really have to do that anymore, and it'll actually even show you a macro breakdown on the app. But back when I used to calculate everything by hand, I calculated my macros with proteins, fats, carbohydrates, and I ate pretty plain foods so that I would easily be able to calculate. So real quick, a gram of carbohydrates has 4 calories per gram. A gram of protein has 4 calories per gram, and a gram of fat has 9 calories per gram. So that is shows you that fat has a denser calorie content. So you can use that to calculate your macros if you were tracking macros. So say I'm eating 1,500 calories a day. That's too low. I probably wouldn't eat that little unless I had a specific goal. But let's say I'm doing that. Let's say I'm gonna do 33% calories from carbohydrates. So if I did that, that'd be 500 calories from carbohydrates, and then I would divide that by 4, and that would be like 125, I believe, grams of carbohydrates per day. So that would kind of show you how you would calculate from the calories down to the macros. But using these apps, you don't actually have to do that because it's going to show you what you're eating. You'll be able to see it real time as you calculate your food in. So, yep, so I use these apps like every single day. Like I said, it helps me to track my food. One thing I do say for me, I don't think other people do this, but vegetables are free. That's not things like sweet potato and potatoes and stuff like that, but I'm saying like broccoli, mixed green vegetables. I don't weigh that stuff. I don't count it at all. So I just strive to eat more of it, and I don't deduct calories for it. But that's just me. It works well. I can still lose weight doing that. Everything else I have to count. That's including condiments. That's including, you know, ate a couple of my son's Teddy Grahams. I add that in. And it's not extreme. It doesn't feel difficult. It's not anywhere near as extreme as cutting out like an entire macronutrient. Like if, say, you wanted to do a keto diet, that takes a lot of commitment. It also means that you can't always just stop and grab whatever to eat, but with counting your calories, you can. So that's why I'm a huge fan. I will always count my calories, always believe in calorie counting, because there's no other way to know how to get to your goal except for to know where you're at and to be able to implement a plan. Otherwise you're guessing. So otherwise, before I knew about counting calories, what would I do? Okay, well, I'm not gonna eat any chocolate. I'm not gonna eat anything bad. I'm gonna just eat like plain chicken and vegetables and only a shake and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna do tons of working out. That was the only way before being able to quantify this stuff that I could, you know, really make sure I'm losing weight, and then just kind of follow my progress. But now it doesn't have to be that extreme. So in those cases, you don't really know exactly, you don't have the numbers in front of you. So you might overshoot, get hungry, binge, and then end up in the same spot you're at before. But with this, you can make small changes. That is why when I want to lose weight, I don't take 500 calories off for a pound a week like they say that you should. I take off 100 calories a day and I see what happens. And a lot of times I'll still lose, you know, half a pound or a pound a week if I'm keeping up my walking, keeping up my working out and things like that. So anyways, this is just like a quick little introduction. I can talk a lot more about counting your calories. I just want to get people kind of used to and interested in the idea and see what questions that anybody has that they would like to either comment below or if you'd like to DM me or shoot me an email. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making a lot more of them. So have a great day.